Hello, Americans. Other friends, subscribers around the world. Heck yeah, man. Good, as you seen, I got another, that's grouse number 2 for the season. Had to go a little bit in the bush for him. And then I used the old single shot 12 gauge that I picked up last year. I love that old gun, man. It's over 100 years old, man. And shoots like a dream. Last week or whenever the heck it was, a few days ago, when I got that first grouse. Dude, I should have had 2 of them, and my pump jammed, man. Where it wouldn't even open to eject the shell. So I got it with me and got some oil and stuff, but I need to pull it apart and clean it. But I've had that old gun that came from Grandpa Scott Marks, man. I've had that gun for a long time, but you know, I love that. I've told the story. I used to hunt with this old boy. Used to hunt with this old boy. I've told the story before, but a lot of new viewers. So I'll tell it again. And then thank you very much, man. We finally hit that 30,000. So that's pretty cool, man. It's been a long time coming, but happy to finally be there at 30,000. But anyway, this old boy, Cecil or something, I think was his name. Kid's gun. I didn't know him, or hunted with him. Wasn't like real close. I was pretty young. But anyway, used to hunt with him, man, and we all had, pumps and automatics and all that. And he had an old single shot 12 gauge. We were out duck hunting, and that dude would. Then he'd set usually 4 or 5, or 3, whatever. But he'd set shells up on a branch or a piece of wood or whatever, man. He'd set those shells up, and then he'd put one in between his fingers. So he'd have 3 shells in between his fingers and 3 or 4 shells lined up. And the ducks would come in and boom, 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 boom. And dude, that guy, I'm not kidding you, he was dang near, if not as fast as we were with pumps and automatics, man. That guy, man, boom, click, boom, click. I mean, dude, he was amazing. And then if it got to the ones on the ledge, man, he'd just stick his fingers in. Dude, that dude, oh man, that was one of the most amazing things I ever seen. Anyway, getting up here, man, great way to start off the morning. It's early. Cloudy, man, cloudy. It was actually rainy this morning. Still sprinkling a little bit. It wasn't supposed to, their predictions wasn't supposed to rain today, but we'll see. We're gonna head up and check them fences and hopefully chase some more quail, or well, I'll chase them too, but hopefully chase some more grouse. Mushrooms. Not as wet as it is out here. It should be, what the heck? What the heck? Look at all those. Cow tracks. Kind of muddy. Yesterday afternoon, dang, man, Michael Ridge of Chasing Western Wildflowers. If you haven't ever watched him, he's pretty huge on TikTok and Instagram. on Instagram, and he has a YouTube channel too. Man, amazing dude. He give you a little what he does. Man, mushrooms everywhere. He actually, I think he has 4 horses, and he lives a nomad life, a mountain life, and just travels with his, eating wild foods and stuff like that. And dude, just amazing way of life, especially these days. There, you can watch his stuff, man. There's he's been on a couple other channels and stuff. And then a couple years ago, we were planning on doing. I haven't seen him in, I guess, 2 or 3 years, and I still watch him or see what he's up to, because that's what's cool about it. Something, but that's what's cool about Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok and YouTube. And you can keep up with the people and what they're doing. Anyway, he was coming over to see Kevin and and us. His plan was to he was going to winter, because he winters in a teepee. I'm telling you, man. Take a step back in time. Oh, this battery's going down. But he winters in a teepee, and he was thinking, man, that he'd had a place where he was going to set up for the winter, in the valley here, or in our county, and things just didn't work out that way. So he ended up loading up his teepee poles and everything, and heading back over. He's going to go back over into Oregon, I think. He may end up coming down. He's still got a little while before winter and stuff, but because he was really wanting to winter in Indian Valley. That's where the natives and stuff used to, there was hundreds of winter camps down there in Indian Valley. Anyway, this battery's going dead, so I'll get back out. Well, crap. Somebody, saw most of this. Holy crap. Dude, that's one reason I even did it's because it's 3/4 of the way cut through. Dude, I don't like them big ass dogs like that. I'm gonna get that one and see how heavy it is, and then I'll decide if I'm gonna. There's 2 more that's cut 3/4 of the way, so that's it. Dude, this is actually worse than this is worse than those big ones because you can't set it up. Let's see. Oh, dude. I don't think I'm gonna, if I get this one without killing myself. worth it. It ain't worth it. Yeah, it's bending your knees and everything, man. That is, see, that pretty much took, those are $2 Really? If you're gonna get those, I'm sure it'll be gone. Somebody, you know, you can tell, somebody's got a whole load here since the last time I was up. And might have been the guy that cut it down. Yeah, it is, because that other log down there's gone. But that's too damn big. I ain't into that. That didn't hurt my back. You know, I bent my knees and all that jazz, but dude, this would might be the place to mess yourself up. I ain't into messing myself up, period. So let's leave that. But there's 2 more, man. You could have cut them off there. Anyway, man, I was gonna wait till I got up here. The next fence was walking along, talk about old Mac Ridge. I don't know where I was. Make sure I grabbed my saw, I'm pretty sure. Don't want to leave my saw. Anyway, so, you know, man, I didn't want to pull out the camera and stick in his face and all that, and really, that's the first time I really got to sit down and visit. So I just went and we sat down around the campfire without a campfire. Probably should have lit one up. I didn't know how long he was planning on hanging out, but anyway, then we had a good talk, man, from everything from you know, him and Kevin. It was me, him, and Kevin. I got this picture. Yeah, that was Tim showed up right there at the last, so he got in the picture too. But it was me, Michael, and Kevin talking about wild foods, origin, and UFOs, and Bigfoot, and little people, and there's, you know, a lot of we think we're the normal people is what we were saying, but there's a lot of truth into all that. But we got on this one subject. He just came out of the Strawberry Mountains, the Strawberry Mountain Range, which you can go back on the videos, man. I talk about the lights and stuff that we've seen in the Strawberry Mountain Range. I'm not gonna go into that story right now, man. It's still to this day gives me goosebumps. But anyway, man, so we started talking about that, and you know, other you know, stuff that he's seen or has he seen, or you know, things I've seen and heard and all that, and you know, of course he's seen some stuff, and we went into it and all that, and something that he said that I'd never really thought about, which how do you put it, but it goes, dude, Michael is probably the only person that I know that spends more time in the, you know, out here than me. He's probably the only person that I know that does, you know, because, man, that's, dude, 80 or 90% of my time is out here in these hills. You know, just like him in the winter, which he camps, you know, depending on where he's camped, man, he's still living it. But Dude, believe me, we're still pioneering and living it down on a creek bottom too. But anyway, one thing he was saying that really hit home, and I'd never really thought about. There's a dang can. Cougars. Is, you know, talking about seeing the stuff and, you know, and scaring you or giving you anxiety or whatever. And he's, you know, basically he said it's never really scared him. It's definitely got his attention, things, but never really scared him. And he says, and this is exactly how I feel, is I'm part of it. You know, part of what, you ask? Well, if you're out here, you know, not driving in a pickup truck, that's why I'm talking about this, standing out in the, you know, out in the woods or whatever, it'd be a lot better. But if you're part of it, part of everything, part of nature, part of the animals, part of the trees, part of the wind, part of the, you know, if you're a part of it, there's nothing to be frightened of, you know. And that's, you know, man, as far as, like, people are always, you know, because I carry my 22 sometimes, I carry my 45 sometimes I'm, you know, there's always something, there's always a gun, and it's not necessarily for animals, man. I'm more concerned about humans than I am animals. And, you know, just being one with nature, you know, Michael's got that, and I've got that. That's exactly how I feel out here. I am part of it, you know. I don't know if that makes any dang sense to you, but sure does to me, man, the way that, you know, he said that. And I would have loved to have had that and so much more of the conversation. And hopefully one of these times we'll get together and, you know, maybe just sit around a campfire and three of us just talk from everything from wild foods to UFOs, Bigfoot. That's the one thing that, because he's, you know, doing these videos and all that over time, you know, and he's the same way. He's been doing it for a while. I can't remember how long, but he's been doing it for a while. And people are always asking the same thing with me, man. Always asking me, you ever see Bigfoot? You ever see Bigfoot? You ever see Bigfoot? And he started responding, man, I don't talk about my relatives. Dude, I love that, man. That's what I'm going to say from now on. Alright, man. That was, it was a beautiful and wonderful visit, and thank you, Michael. Man, that was very enjoyable. Farewell this winter, my friend. And I hope, like he said, man, you know, everybody's always talking, oh, here I go again, man. It's something else they were talking about, it was the winters, you know, hey, man, you know, what have you heard? What do you think? You think this winter's going to be bad? And blah, blah, blah. And in reality, truthfully, a bad winter would be no snow. That would be a bad winter. You know, now some people pointed out, I'm like, yeah, very true. But now, but I did say, I do not want that sub-zero crap. So, fare thee well, my friend.